Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenues.
This is the news.
Welcome back to the news. We've got some more Affleck stuff coming on now.
Things happening.
Totally, almost completely unsubstantiated rumour news now, as it turns out that Ben Affleck, after stepping down as the writer and producer and director of the film, in fact, I think he is still technically a producer on it.
Oh, okay.
May now no longer want to star in it as well.
So that's kind of a big deal.
That's a huge deal. True.
Did they not make him sign? Because they're building their own DC universe, surely.
The expanded universe. He's appeared in. He was in the Stinky film. What's it called?
Oh,
Suicide Stinky Squad.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's been in Batman vs Superman. He's been in the trailers for the Justice League film.
Yeah, because what they're doing is they're trying to build the rival cinematic universe to Marvel. Pretty much, they've seen how successful that is, and people in the Marvel universe are signing contracts 5 years ahead or more. So why did they not think
deals?
Yeah, and
well,
maybe
he has signed a multi-film deal apparently, and we're gonna cite our source now, which then
needed.
cites their source.
Right,
it's a big old chain of nonsense going on here.
Yeah.
So originally, there's a show called Collider Movie Talk, hosted by John Campier.
Love
he's
that
heard, he's the campiest.
Yeah.
He's heard from 3 separate sources tied to Warner Brothers that supposedly he is trying to find an out at the moment.
Oh my God.
Now, it may just be that he, obviously because they're unnamed sources, we have to take it with a tiny, massive grain of salt.
Yeah.
But the quote that he said, and this may just be sort of overblown, sort of American-style news presenting, but he said, Ben Affleck, make no mistake, he wants out. He doesn't want to be Batman anymore.
Oh my God!
Which
is
really
it because
decisive.
of sad Ben Affleck face? Is that
Maybe.
why he wants?
During the press tours.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at sad Ben Affleck face. Oh God, it's heartbreaking.
But that's the face of a man who wants out. I think he wants out of more than Batman. To be honest, God.
Just films or his life?
Well,
what are we saying?
There's a reason it's called Suicide Squad.
My goodness. Wow, crazy time. Now, it doesn't help, obviously, that Warner Brothers have been really quiet during this whole thing, including him stepping down as director.
Yeah.
They haven't really said much. So the fires, they are a burning.
Yeah.
And the internet is going a bit crazy over it. So it could just be that in the wake of their quietness regarding him stepping down as director, people are making up stuff or making assumptions where there aren't.
But then
any links.
Because like sad Ben Affleck face, that's old news. That's old.
Yeah, that's
not news.
Last year's.
But since then, he had, what was that film did he direct it or he produced it? A film has just come out and Warner are making a massive loss on it. They're losing like tens of millions. You're gonna have to Google that and put some kind of word
hang on, I'll do it now. Jump cut.
Yeah.
Live by Night.
Live by Night.
Live by Night.
That's what it's called.
Starred, directed in it.
It's not making.
It's a big old
money.
flop.
Yeah.
It's a big old flip flop. Came out at the end of last year, apparently.
Yeah, so he wasn't particularly well received as Batman, or the film wasn't well received.
Do you reckon there's pressure behind the scenes at Warner Brothers? Now we're making up news.
Yeah. So it's now fourth-hand information. It's come from John Campy.
John Campier.
And then he had his source, and now we're
3 sources.
And we're just making stuff up now about how Ben Affleck is sad that versus Superman didn't do well, and that Life by Night, what was it called?
Live by Night.
Live by Night also didn't do well.
Apparently, I heard that his local supermarket has run out of the jam he likes.
Oh yeah.
He's not going to go to supermarkets anymore as well.
Oh my God.
Which is really sad news.
Is that what happened? Anytime anything goes wrong, he just boycotts that.
It's not even a boycott. He just he erases it from his mind. He cannot face it anymore.
He's forgotten that he was in Batman.
So sad. Do you reckon that's it? Yeah. He's forgotten what Batman is.
He stopped turning up and they're thinking he wants to quit. He's trying to get out, but he's just woken up in the morning and wiped it from his memory.
I sure love this no superhero world that we live in.
Yeah.
Right, what we do know, by which I mean, here's another rumour for you.
Yeah.
That Matt Reeves is likely to be the successor as director in that sense. But if they lose, well, apparently what they went on to say was, chances are, if he is trying to get out of his contract now, he's going to try and get out before they start filming the Batman film. Presumably they finished the Justice League film at this point, given there's a big old trailer out.
Would have thought so. Yeah.
He's trying to get out before the Batman film films. But if he can't, then he'll do that, and then that'll be it.
God.
That's what they're saying. That's what I don't know who, the Wizards. That's what the Wizards are saying.
I mean, in terms of going ahead, you'd hope that he did actually get out of the Batman thing. It'd be weird because it's one thing, him being inside a movie with other things going on, but the Batman film, if it's one Ben Affleck film and then subsequent Batman films are just a different guy, that would be very strange.
How are they going to get around it though? Are they just going to kill him off screen at the end of Justice League?
They might borrow a comic book story where there must be...
He goes back in time and lives in a cave.
That's
a real one.
Presumably in future comics set in the future, it's not Bruce Wayne anymore. You know how Spider-Man's had 2 or 3 different people? Maybe they'll just ditch Bruce now.
They'll just jump time periods for no reason.
Well, just kill him. Just kill him and have... It's a mess.
It's a huge mess.
Thanks, Ben Affleck.
Cheers, Ben. Hope you're not feeling too sad about Jam and films and stuff. Anyway, that's the news.
Yeah.
More news as news comes.
Yeah, it's always happening.